Hello friends, this is Worm, and after the last 2 days fiasco, we finally are getting to some of the TWAB/TWID that came out the other day. I'm not covering the whole thing because it was really long. You can go watch like Astacross video or something. He did like a 40-minute video about it. But there was one thing I wanted to talk about specifically, and that is the new game mode hardware, which I think a lot of people think that players want, but I don't really think that it's actually something that players really want in Destiny 2, hence the title of this video. But with that being said, hardware, for those of y'all who may have missed it, is a new game mode that will be coming to Destiny 2 in which no abilities will be allowed. So no melees, no grenades, no supers, no class abilities, nothing like that. It is strictly gunplay. It's going to have, you know, primary ammo, obviously, primary ammo weapons, going to have special weapons, stuff like that. And depending on the game mode, it's going to have different ways of obtaining special ammo. Because I know that was one that, you know, that was a change that they're making coming as well as the special ammo meter, blah, 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 stuff like that. But with that being said, hard mode, it sounds like a really cool game. Like I will not deny that it sounds like it's going to be a fresh breath to not have to deal with any abilities whatsoever. No supers, no grenades, no melees, like that sounds nice. And I think that a lot of people, they're seeing that and they're hearing that and they're getting excited about it because it's going to be a fresh breath of Crucible air for us when we finally get a chance that, like, nobody has abilities. Everybody's on an even playing field. The only real differences the players are going to have are their core stats, which are things such as mobility, resilience, and recovery. Sorry, I couldn't think of the words. Resilience, mobility, and recovery. And then their, I guess, their jumps, you know, double jump, blink, strafe jump, the Warlock glide float thing that it's got going on. That's the only thing that is really going to change between players outside of course, their loadouts. Again, sounds great on paper, but I think that the reality of it is, I don't think hardware is going to be a very popular mode for very long. And there's a couple reasons for that. But number one, this is the most sad reason, is because Crucible players have been so starved of content that anything that we get sounds good. Anything new, sorry, that we get sounds good. That sounds like a 4-course meal ready to eat and devour. We did the same thing with Relic. You know, we hear there's new maps and we're already salivating over the new maps, and it's because Crucible just gets no love. And so things that are added to the Crucible or change in the Crucible, like game modes, maps, stuff like that, all of them sound really good on our plate. But when we start eating them, we're realizing, okay, this does not taste as good as what it is. But moving on from there, like, you know, that's the first reason. The second reason that I have for believing that this new game mode hardware is not going to fare very well in the current Destiny 2 is because when you are implementing no abilities in the Crucible, you are removing what makes Destiny Destiny. And I'm serious, like, if you think you're gonna be in love with this game mode and absolutely just playing it all the time, blah, 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 go find some like-minded individuals, go and set up a private game. I don't know if you can disable abilities. I've done like 3 private games my entire life, but if you can, disable any abilities. But if not, just tell nobody's allowed to use abilities. No class abilities, no grenades, no melee abilities, no supers, nothing. And play, you know, 5 or 10 games and tell me how it feels after those 5 or 10 games. Because yeah, like the first couple games are going to feel refreshing. Now, don't get me wrong, like I'm going to feel refreshed when I play this new hardware game mode for the first several games. But over probably the course of a week, maybe 2 weeks, players are gonna go out of that playlist because they realize, hey, this isn't Destiny. This is like Call of Duty with longer TTKs. And yeah, like you're gonna have people praise the fact that it, you know, oh, well, gun skill is rewarded, like blah, blah, blah. But even people who, you know, have high gun skill that do well in this playlist, they're not going to enjoy it as much as they enjoy standard Crucible, because without the abilities and stuff, you're taking Destiny out of Destiny. Like that's what makes Destiny PvP feel so fun and interesting, is that it has this unique take on abilities like grenades, like melees, like class abilities and supers and stuff like that. And you're just taking that stuff out of there. It's going to lead to, you know, a fun spike at first because it's new and fresh, but over time it's going to get dull, it's going to get boring, and especially with the metas that starts coming out, you know, whether it's hand cannons or meta, whether it's SMGs, sidearms, whatever is going to be meta is going to be absolutely dominating that playlist. Like if sidearms, for example, are the new meta, that's all anybody's going to be running. because sidearms are the only things that can counter sidearms. See, in current Crucible, with abilities in play and stuff like that, you can counter other weapon, you can counter the meta, so to speak, by using abilities. For example, if somebody's shotgun rushing and you're on a Void Hunter, throw a smoke bomb at their feet. That'll stop them in their tracks. They can't slide, they can't sprint anymore, they're blinded. Do that, and they're done. But in this new game mode, you wouldn't be able to do that. Not only that, but with the increases to, well, I shouldn't say increases, with the changes to the time to kills, or not time to kill, sorry, the like crits ratio, TTKs, you can hitting crits is going to reward you the same time to kill, but if you're hitting more bodies in there, it's going to slow down your time to kill. I think that's going to be kind of boring, and again, in this game mode, it's going to result in death balling. All anybody has is weapons. Like, one of the things that breaks teams up is abilities, grenades, supers. That splits teams apart. When you remove those from the equation, people naturally are going to start running together, and all of a sudden you're in a situation where every time you run into one enemy, there's typically 3 or 4 enemies right behind them. And so I think that Destiny players, I think we're excited to get it, we're excited to play it and try it, but the reality is this is not what we want. It's what we think we want, but it's not what we really want, because at the end of the day, you're removing that Destiny feeling out of Destiny. The result of taking these out is adding more death balling into the game, players sticking close together, and it's really defining the metas, so to speak. But yeah, anyways, that's it for this video. A little bit of a shorter one, but yeah, I just want to hear your thoughts on hardware. Do you think it's going to be a good game mode? Do you think it's going to be a bad game mode? How do you feel about it? Of course, if you like today's video, drop a like, helps the channel a lot. Subscribe for more daily Destiny content such as this one, and do me a favor, watch the videos you see on the end screen here, because for whatever reason YouTube thinks you'll like them. Guys, I'll see you next time. Bye for now.